Lesson 10.4 is multi-step Pythagorean theorem level 1. So what's happening is we've got two triangles or more maybe combined into a shape, and so it's going to take you a couple steps to get to the x they want you to solve for. And on number 1, make sure you're reading what they want it in. They'll switch between simplest radical form and sometimes a decimal. And so what's happening here is they're wanting us to find this leg of this triangle. But I only have one side. Pythagorean theorem, you have to know 2 out of the 3 sides. So I'm actually going to work on this triangle here first. So here's my leg, here's a leg, here's the hypotenuse. I'll be able to solve for this leg, which then can be used in this triangle. So step 1, I'm going to do 2 squared plus, I'll call this y. 2 squared plus y squared equals the hypotenuse of 3 squared. Which that's 9, minus 4 would be 5, square root of 5. Okay, and then now I'm going to work in this triangle. Where now I have my legs are x and 2, so I'd have x squared plus 2 squared equals my hypotenuse of square root of 5 squared. That's 4. Square root and squared cancel, so that's just 5. 5 minus 4 is 1. And square rooting 1 just gets 1. So you'll have triangles like that where they share this common side. Number 2 kind of looks like a house. They want us to solve for this side of the triangle, this leg. Leave your answer in simplest radical form. Okay, so again, I cannot do anything with this triangle here because all I know is a hypotenuse. I'm going to have to work with this little roof-looking piece to find this side. So I'll have my legs being the 6's, so 6 squared plus 6 squared equals y squared. That would be, what, 36 plus 36, which is 72. Square root that. And so I'm not going to simplify that yet. I'm going to just keep it square root of 72. So in this rectangle here, I kind of like looking better at this triangle. And so if this is square root of 72 up here, that means this is also square root of 72. And I'm trying to find this leg. So this was step number 1. Step number 2, I'm going to have x squared plus square root of 72 squared equals hypotenuse of 10 squared. Square and square root cancel, so that's 72. 10 squared is 100. Subtract 72. That would be 28. Okay, and then square rooting 28. So since they wanted a radical, we have to split this up. 28 is made up of the square root of 4 times the square root of 7. Square root of 4 is normal 2, and then it'd be 2 square roots of 7 is our final answer. All right, and the last type of triangle they give you, it actually doesn't look like a triangle right now. We can just round to the nearest tenth on this one. What I want you to imagine is cutting this into like a skinny little rectangle here, where this is 1, which means this is also 1. So what this now is, if this whole thing was 6, what plus 1 makes 6 makes this 5. And if this were 6, then this is also 6. So now I can actually deal with just this triangle here, where I have the legs. And so I would have 5 squared plus 6 squared equals x squared. And I'm just going to do that all on my calculator. I get 61 before I square root, and that gets 7.8. That's my final answer.